that was the most cursed game I've ever seen, Surfix.
Yeah. I was memeing with my build.
I was flaming it a bit, but no,
I mean, the Manta axe is unironically really fucking good.
yeah. I mean, I don't even hate the kind of like idea of doing the attack speed with the shard. Like,
Yeah, I don't know. I was my wind ranger was on some fucking copium. You want to know what she said? So when we had Mega, she was like, "If you guys bait them into a fight, I will end." And I clicked on it, and she has no damage. I was like, "That's some copium, some fucking copium."
She's just trying her best.
I don't know. This MKB, just build a fucking maelstrom, please. Thank you. MKB, build a maelstrom.
MKB is now kind of rubbish.
It's dog shit. Build a
Kinda
maelstrom.
bad.
10 times better.
You heard that. Anyway, welcome to episode 9 of Takeshi's Castles podcast. We don't have a guest today. I've just got Moyo.
Hey.
And I got Surfix.
Hello.
Surfix has actually got energy because he just won.
Yeah,
was it a win?
It was a win. Yeah, we did win.
Yeah, a hard win. 6
You made it really difficult for yourselves, honestly.
Yeah, we did. I mean, I walked into that chronosphere trying to save my Ursa.
I saw that. Someone else managed to save him though. It was good.
Yeah, I walked in trying to E-blade him, such, and then the Void makes one mistake of farming bot lane and gets axe called and deleted by the Manta. Such.
I was wondering what is your guys' favorite restaurant or place to go eat?
Place to go eat? That what, like a chain or
like you mean like a restaurant or a takeaway?
I would say I'm gonna go for a restaurant. Like, what's like? Well, okay, I'll split into two categories. What's your favorite like normal chain restaurant, and then what's the best kind of meal that you've had at like a random?
I think if it was a chain restaurant and I had the money, I'd say Five Guys. But because I don't, I'd say KFC if it's a chain.
KFC.
I don't think
that's a dark horse in this race. I think.
I mean, I really like Spoons. Spoons is really good.
What?
Spoons is technically a chain. Right?
Yeah, I know it's a chain, but Spoons is trash.
No, Spoons is cheap. No, I've not seen how they make it.
It's just microwave.
but it's cheap.
I would agree with the Five Guys shout, but I remember
I've never actually had a Five Guys.
I remember going to Five Guys and just feeling absolutely livid with how much they were charging me, and it even though it was a great meal, I couldn't enjoy it.
Yeah, that's why I mentioned the price.
I mean, I have never been to Five Guys, and I don't really go to restaurants a lot, so I mainly just eat on my own, like make my own food.
I would say for me, I actually just straight up like Burger King.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Man. Yeah.
Like
love
compared to Mackey's?
Yeah, love the burgers.
Like I can get why. I agree in some regard. I think the burgers are better, but like with Burger King, I actually get like this weird thing in my throat where I actually can't like. It's like there's grease in my throat. Where with McDonald's, I don't get that.
Yeah, it's glorious.
I don't get it. Like it's just with Burger King, and that's what always puts me off. And also, you can like the lettuce smells. Like you can tell when it's Burger King lettuce compared to like.
It's such a weird
McDonald's lettuce.
That's such a weird observation.
But no, it's like so iconic. I can just sniff it out. I'm like, damn, this is a Burger King burger, and it just sucks. Sucks every time.
I get why you'd feel that way, but when I get their extra large bacon double cheese and I don't order a meal, I just get 2 of them. I'm not really.
Oh my god!
I'm not really.
Can you imagine? That's like a furnace in your stomach just burning away.
Mate, I used to play ice hockey, and after ice hockey there was a Burger King like right next door, and we used to all go and just eat like 3 or 2 burgers. It was awesome. It was so awesome. But interesting story about KFC. My dad when he was young, his uncle was like a business mogul guy. He lived in the States. But as a franchise thing, he bought a significant portion of all the KFCs in the UK. So he's loaded. He was back in the day, yeah. He wasted it all on various things.
Such.
But what he used to give Dad for his birthday was this little checkbook, that he could take into KFC, order what he wants, and then just give them one of the checks, and then they would just give him all the stuff, and that'd be it.
That sounds like a really good deal. You know, you can do that thing where you go in before they close, and you can just get like stuff at cheaper prices because they have to get rid of it. They can't.
Really?
Yeah, because it's fresh chicken, isn't it? Compared to
Yeah,
like
yeah, I mean, it is
compared
fresh
to
chicken.
McDonald's, which is like just pre-made. It's
Yeah.
like some of the stuff is actually made in house and then like earlier.
See,
So-
I haven't actually been to KFC in a long time because I thought it was just trash. I'm sorry, I really did. I
Mm,
just thought it was bad.
I think it's not great. I mean, it's fried chicken, so it's never bad. But
Well,
like,
see,
I
that's
can
the
get what
thing.
you mean.
I think the concept of fried chicken kind of freaks me out.
Really, it's so good. It's like my
Yeah, it's good, but it's like
my
if you
thing
get
I
this
love.
wrong, I die. You know.
I mean, it takes a while to get it. It's really difficult to get it wrong. Like even I've made my own fried chicken. It's not. I think that's just like a fear, I guess, of yours, Moyo. 'Cause
Yeah.
I don't really-
Yeah, I guess. I don't know what it
mean,
is.
I'm more afraid of it being dry because it usually is. But I mean, at least it tastes the same. It's just whether or not it's like dry or if it's like actually moist. That's the only difference.
And then the other question to this is, what's the best meal you've ever had? So like
From a
think about-
restaurant, right?
or no, it doesn't have to be. Just like out and out. What was like one
meal.
time that you were like, this is the best thing I've ever experienced?
I've had caviar from a place once. It was like a special thing for I think my dad's birthday or something.
And you can with
Or an
100%
anniversary.
straight face say caviar is the best thing you've ever had.
It's not. No, I'm not saying it's the best. I'm just saying it's like one of the best things I've had. I think.
Fair.
What the fuck? What is the best thing I've had? Actually,
I don't
actually don't know.
I mean, it's
mean,
like
it's not an
I'm
easy
very
question.
I'm very basic, but there's a place in my like hometown, and we always go there for like a family member's birthday. It's like there's like 30 of us, and we all meet up, and they do a fucking killer cavalry there. It's fucking dope.
Mm.
A carvery? Oh, it's
Yeah,
just like a roast dinner.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah,
like it's basically like you can get whatever you want.
Oh,
kind of
okay.
There's I'm the kind of same surface. There's this place in Aberdeen called Maggie's Grill, and it's like an American diner esque, but they freshly prepare all their food and all their ingredients are locally sourced.
Yeah.
But they do American sized portions as well. So it's all this kind of thing rolled into one, and it is just phenomenal.
Yeah, I do think
That sounds like my kind of thing. Yeah.
I do
Yeah.
think like eating local is like a lot better than eating from a chain. They just do better food, and it's obviously better for your local and
True.
like town.
I mean, if I had to pick, I mean, maybe just because Maz's uncle owns a chain, owns a restaurant, right?
Really?
And yeah,
Does
we
he?
go there.
Okay.
Yeah, we go there sometimes.
You get free food
no,
if you're friends with Musley?
I think he does, but I don't.
Such.
And I always get the it's a chicken tikka Marisha masala,
All right.
and I get that every time because it's actually so good. It's such a
So-
nice taste in my mouth.
Does
Well-
Musley work there, or does he not?
He
work
did.
there?
He did work there. I
Oh,
don't know if
okay.
he works there anymore.
That's cool. I mean, I actually there's another local curry house in Aberdeen called Shabazz that is I actually, when you get a really good curry house, it is sick. It is so nice. I love it. I absolutely love it. We used to order from there all the time. It was our favorite thing to do on like Fridays.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, the big market up where I live is fish and chips because
Oh my god!
Oh, yeah,
Fucking kill me, actually.
because Aberdeen's like a massive fishing town, really.
Yeah.
So we've got this like long history. So the fish up here is phenomenal. Like it is amazing, but there's just a lot of like fish and chips places.
Yeah, so I'm from pretty much the exact same town, or like the exact same like village or town or whatever you want to call it. Like pretty much from you. Like it's always been a fishing village. It's known to be a fishing village.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, if I say this back home, they'd probably kill me. But fish and chips is so fucking dog shit. Actually, it's so overrated.
I
It's
would say
fucking
it's-
dog shit.
I would say it's somewhat overrated because it's like not the tastiest thing, but it is nice.
I mean, it's okay, but like the biggest problem I have is like my parents, or not my parents, but my dad. Like he swears by it, right?
Mhm.
So like if I ever come home from uni, he'll be like, "Do you want to get some fish and chips?" And I'll be like, "Listen, not really, to be honest." And then he'll look at me and be like, "What the fuck do you mean?" And then I'll be like, listen, I don't really want it. And then he'll guilt trip me into it. He'll be like, I haven't seen you for a while. Let's just get some fish and chips. And I'm just like, but there's so much more better food that you can eat than fish and chips. And he won't hear it. He won't hear any of it.
Yeah. My grandparents do fish and chip Fridays.
Oh my god, I could not imagine eating fish and chips every Friday.
They live just around the corner from me, and if ever I want a free meal on Friday, I just go down to there and they have fish and chips.
I could not imagine that. It'd actually kill me.
And the place that they get it from is Ur Willie's. Don't know if you've ever heard of Ur Willie's, but it's
That's a funny name.
it's
so It's like, I guess like Scottish as well, but it's like so British, that style, like of
yeah, like
just,
greasy
every
fish and
Friday
chips.
going to get some
Yeah.
greasy fish and chips and feeling good about yourself.
Yeah, do you feel good about yourself after you eat greasy food?
Not me,
No, I don't.
but I mean, I love eating it, but I don't feel good. I don't know, like I just know that my palate is very how do I put it? It's like it's very narrow, but
If
it's
I
like very
ever-
come and
If I ever order out, it's my go-to. Is Chinese. Food, or like Takeshi knows that I'm on this like big health grind, and so my roommate was a fucking big problem, right? Because every day he'd walk into my room and he'd be like, "Do you want to order out?" And I always had to tell him not really, but he never stops just after once. Like I had to tell him about 5 times a day because there's this like pizza place like
oh yeah,
right around the corner from like where I live, and it's like the best pizza place in the area. But my god, it's fucking dog shit.
What?
I think you just
it's the
I think
best
you just
place in the
feel
area,
bad.
but it's dog.
Yeah, no. So it's good, but it's like they do really greasy pizzas, and I'm not a
okay.
big fan of like greasy pizzas. I'd much rather eat a Domino's.
Is it like Greek style?
Oh,
Is it like
so-
an actual
I mean,
pizza place, or is it like?
If you're saying Domino's is the less greasy option, I think that gives quite a good picture of.
Yeah, I mean Domino's actually isn't that greasy, right? From my experience.
Depends what you order from my.
I mean, I just order like a pepperoni. It's like not that greasy. It's like not greasy at all actually. Every time I order it.
I've got a bit of beef with Domino's. I like it, but I want it to be a little bit better.
I mean,
Not gonna lie.
I think it's just too expensive, right? That's the biggest problem.
Yeah. Okay, that's probably where it's coming from because I'm paying like 20 quid for this.
Yeah, I mean, it's like the only time I'd ever order Domino's is, and I don't order it like often. I actually don't order fast food often. But the only time I'd ever like you could ever justify to me buying a Domino's is on the Tuesdays where they do that 2-for-1
Yeah.
shit.
And you.
Because there's no way I'm paying £20 for a fucking pizza.
Yeah, when you can
for
just go
like
get
a large pizza.
like Sainsbury's or Asda do their make your own pizza for 3 quid, and those are really good.
Yeah, and it's like even local like pizza places are like it's like 6 quid for a pizza or some shit.
Yeah, but when you say local pizza place, you talk like a kebab shop that does pizza, or like a genuine like pizza place.
Yeah, so we don't have many of the like genuine pizza places.
Yeah,
We only
so
have,
it's kebab
like,
It's more,
like,
it's more like kebab shops.
Yeah, and then they all just taste the same and have like
Yeah.
really dodgy ingredients. I remember I had one. I opened up the box. It smelt of sweat. And I could count.
Right? Not
like,
a good
at least
start. Not a
6
good start.
I take one bite. I could count at least 4 eyelashes in it,
Oh yeah,
like just hairs.
I'm not having that.
And I'm like, no.
Holy cringe.
Not
And
having
the thing
that.
is, as well, it's all the same style. It's all Greek style pizza, so it's like just like really panny and like a ton of cheese, and it's like but there's no actual sauce. So it's just kind of like this weird. So I don't know.
I'm gonna get a big graphic with you right now.
All right, go
So,
on.
so see Domino's, right? Do you know how they've got their different sauce options? So they've got just normal Domino's tomato sauce, but then they've got this like sun-dried tomato and garlic herb one.
Yeah, they
Which-
also have a barbecue one,
A
right?
barbecue one, yeah. They got the barbecue one, but the sun-dried tomato one, I think it tastes really good. However, I kid you not, I'm not even beginning to over-exaggerate, and it sounds like I'm over-exaggerating. It sounds like I'm leading up to do that. I'm not.
Okay.
The moment it hits my lips, the first slice, I feel like I need to go to the toilet.
Yikes.
My insides are just like right out. And I honestly, I even got my own, you know how they had that build your own pizza for a wee while back? I can type in my own pizza and that's what it is. It's got that stuff in it. But every time I have it, it's literally like, I can't get through this without needing to go to the toilet like 8 times. So I would not recommend, unfortunately.
It's like spiking you.
I mean, I know a lot of people that like get Domino's swear by the it's the sausage in the crust. What is it called? Stuffed crust.
Yeah, stuffed crust. Yeah,
And,
the cheesy crust. That's I mean, in general, I'm a fan, but yeah.
Not a like. I tried it once, and I'm just not a big fan.
Oh, see, I quite like it because I have my normal pizza with mayonnaise because I love mayo, as my name would suggest. Yeah. And then I have the stuffed crust with the barbecue sauce. And I've been really getting into barbecue sauce recently. What I've been doing is going and buying different types of barbecue sauce.
Oh,
just to try out all the different types.
Yeah, I mean,
I love barbecue sauce.
Oh.
I'm very basic. It's the Heinz barbecue sauce will do it for me.
That's not even a barbecue sauce. Like
no, you just got to spread your wings
ketchup,
a bit. There's
like
the what's the company called? I got one here. The Bullseye one. They've got lots. They've got this. They got the one that I tried the other day. It was like onion. What was it? Hold on. Roasted onion barbecue sauce and hella. It was really fine. But it doesn't go with everything. Good, but it's really good. It's
I'm looking it up now.
Have you tried the sauce shop?
No.
They're like slightly more expensive. They're in like glass jars, but like it looks like actual sauce, like homemade sauce.
Is this so good? Is this a shop online?
No, yeah, it's it's like a company name. That's a name.
Yeah, I see it now. Yeah, I googled it.
Oh, with the black labels on it.
Yeah, it's so good.
So I got some.
Is it really expensive?
I got some Chipotle mayo from there. I wouldn't recommend the Chipotle mayo, but I've tried. I don't know. Just because I'm such a big Hellman's fan, that any other mayo just tastes a bit bluh to me. So,
I've never been into mayo. Never really understood.
But the Chipotle sauce, it was really good. It was nice. It just wasn't my favorite.
Yeah.
Holy shit! You can buy some gift boxes with the sauce.
Yeah, I think they're more for like special meals, not really like every day. So I don't know. Maybe.
I mean, they're not that expensive. It's £3.
Yeah, but you go through it a lot, kind of quick.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, they're not like a big where you could get them somewhere. I must admit, sauces are just great in general.
What is this that I see? Brussels sprout ketchup. What the fuck? That sounds disgusting.
That does sound
disgusting. Curse. But people who like Brussels sprouts love Brussels sprouts. There's no in between.
Are you guys into like Asian flavors, like soy and like
umami
flavor?
Yes.
Because I've recently fallen in love with that sort of umami taste a lot.
I have my go-to kind of healthy meal is noodles with a bit of beef and soy sauce with green pepper and green beans. And I have that like 3-4 times a week just because.
I think if I was living on my own, I probably would do the same. I mean, I love sticky white rice. I just don't know where to get it, and I'd probably replace the noodles with sticky white rice. But I know it's unhealthy. I think it's like white bread for you, basically.
Yeah, noodles is just so easy and so tasty.
Oh no, I bought. I think the best thing I've ever bought from like Amazon or online is a rice cooker. To be honest.
Really?
Yeah, you always mention it. I was like, all right, I gotta go, guys. Go get my rice cooker going.
Is it like? Is it like? I don't know. I mean, we used to have one in our flat that was like red. Anyway, my flatmate was Asian.
Yeah. So I mean, the very first time I ever saw one was in my first year of uni, and some of my flatmates were Asian as well, and they had one, and they always used it. And then in my second year, I kind of forgot about it, and then in my third year, I was getting sick of eating the Uncle Ben's packets of rice.
Oh yeah.
I hate microwave rice.
Yeah, I was getting sick of it, so I started looking up rice cookers online, and I expected them to be like a lot more expensive than what it actually was. Mm-hmm. So I was like, "Fuck it!" I pulled the trigger on it, and it's the best purchase I've ever made.
The trick to rice is always just to clean it, and give it a little.
Yeah. So I mean,
That's my biggest takeaway.
So I mean, if you clean the rice cooker after every use, and then
no, the rice. You give the rice a little rinse down before you.
Yeah. But you don't really need to do that because. So what you do is So let's say you want 1 cup of rice, right? Or 2 cups is what I do, right? So you pour 2 cups of rice in the rice cooker, and then 2 cups of rice equals 4 cups of water, and then obviously it steam cooks the rice, and it makes the best rice ever.
Yeah.
So the best, if anyone out there is thinking about buying one, you should buy one. It's literally life changing.
Yeah, because my flatmate used to just cook rice, and we just used to have like rice with salt and pepper on its own, and it was.
Oh,
Like,
that's kind of weird.
It was like really sticky, and you could almost just like clump it all together.
Yeah.
It was really, really tasty.
Yeah, I mean it all depends on like it all depends on like what rice you get, obviously.
And then we used to also do the black rice. The like, I don't know if you tried the black rice before. It's weird, but it's nice.
If there's one thing I'm envious of, though, and it's going to be related to this, is internet cafes. Because you could just go down, like especially in Asia, like there's like a one in Russia that's huge, right?
Really?
It costs nothing to go there because apparently like the electricity there is like they're like siphoning electricity or something. It's like really dodgy, but it's
Wait, what?
huge. But like so you go to these internet cafes, you can sit down, pay for like a session or pay for like an hour. So you have to like fill in the hour by playing games, and you can just get food while you're there, and you can just eat your dinner while you're there. So you can like message the boys, be like, "Let's all meet up at the internet cafe."
Yeah, but I mean
like, dinner together.
It's gonna cost you a lot of money, right? If you're there the entire day.
Well, I mean, depends. I don't know what the rates are. I mean, we can Google the rates right now. In Asia, it's probably cheap.
Yeah, so the place where it's cultural, or the place where it's like already inbuilt into what they do, or like a part of like the culture already, it's going to be pretty cheap. But the thing is, one place opens up like that in wherever you live, in where I live in Aberdeen, it'll be the only one there. So therefore, to get in will be hard, and it will be like a thing rather than just like an average cafe, if you know what I mean. Like, I think we Brits are kind of bad at that. We take something that's like nice out from somewhere, and then we overdo it so that it's not casual. It's kind of has to be an event. And I just
I don't get that. I think there's a pretty good market for it, but I think it's just because like everyone here has their own computer.
Yeah, like why would
you? No, we're so antisocial here in terms of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Like even the thought of that, I would eventually probably just end up playing rather.
Isn't that where like all the pros like became a thing in like some games? Like look here, typical cost for an hour of play ranges from 500 to 1,500 KRW. Is that? I think that's Korean. I think that's Korean currency, which is approximately 43 cents to $1.29. So you're paying $1 an hour basically.
Yeah, but I mean, then again, it's like how much money are they all making over there? Like I don't know.
Probably more than like minimum wage, bro. So that's a pretty good bang for your buck, right?
Well, Korea is very extreme. From my perspective.
No, we're talking about south, not north.
Oh yeah, no, south. Yeah, in terms of the wealth, the wealth equality it's not really equal. It's very unequal.
I guess, yeah. I don't know. I mean, there's one in London, right? That me, Maz, and a few friends went to, but it was like more like a pub than an internet cafe, and it had like some gaming setups there as well. It was pretty cool. Got very sweaty real quick though.
Have you guys been to the Red Bull gaming sphere thing in London?
Nope.
No, never been to a LAN really. Like unless that was made by friends. Never been to like a LAN event, you know.
Well, no, it's just like a little building. It's a building that they've got like gaming facilities in. It's just essentially it's like an internet cafe, but it's like built around gaming, and you only really game there. So I went in 2017 when it wasn't open, but didn't realize it wasn't open.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just visiting London with my girlfriend at the time for the day, and I was like, oh, I really want to go to this Red Bull Gaming Sphere. I've seen pictures of it. It looks awesome. And then we got there, and I just walked in, and then I walked down the stairs, and there was no one there. And I was like, hello.
Yeah.
And eventually, I stumbled across these guys in like really fancy clothes, and I got chatting to them, and it turns out that he was one of the execs from Red Bull.
Oh, really?
He was like coming to like, because they were just about to open it, but they hadn't thought that people thought that it was open. They thought it was pretty common knowledge that it was closed.
Yeah.
But they were just coming in and out the front door, so I was just like, oh yeah, I'll just stroll in. Anyway, I had this nice chat with this guy, and but he was like, yeah, sorry, you can't play anything right now. And I was like, but I had a good look around, so it was nice.
You just lied.
I said what?
Said you're like the executive at Liquid or something. And then
I mean,
I'll prove that. Like, I'm on holiday. I just am, and then you just get in.
But it was pretty awkward though.
It's a very ballsy lie to tell.
Yeah, no, No, I had a nice chat with him, so because I was kind of because I think he was excited for it opening. So anyway,
Or just say you're like an upcoming pro.
no,
You have to let me.
no, there's
I'm
because
UK's
then
one
he'd be
pro.
like, oh, what's your Twitter? And he'd see that I tweet about my 3K MMR, and he's like, oh.
Wait, do you actually?
No, I don't. But I'm
I was
pretty
gonna
sure if you search long enough, you'd find it. I
Holy
tweet
base.
about Arsenal is what I tweet. Come on, you Gunners. But no. So look it up. Red Bull Gaming Sphere in London. It's pretty neat.
Do you
pretty cool.
guys like the gaming tag on everything? Like,
What do you mean?
like we are gamers, or like I'm a gamer. I play games. Look at this gaming gear I got. My gaming setup. Oh, my battle station. Do you like any of that? I think it's just cringe. Like being cool to game it just doesn't. Or saying, "Oh, I'm gaming right now." Like I just don't like that at all.
Okay, not gonna lie. I kind of love it.
You do.
Yeah, I kind of do. Because okay. Preface. My life in real life doesn't like. It doesn't. I don't get to do the gaming things. I don't get. All these pros you get to play all the time, get to wear all the cool gear, all that kind of stuff. I don't get to do that in my real life. I just get to go to school with my lanyard, teach kids about sounds and letters and numbers, and then I have to plan for my next day. I come home and I sleep, and then it's the next day.
Such.
But when I got through the post, my little TI Aegis from this year that came today, actually.
Oh, nice. Epic.
And on the box, it's got a little Dota symbol. And it's got the Dota artwork. And I get to put something from my Dota life up in my room.
Mm-hmm.
I am like, this is the coolest thing ever.
I mean, that is cool, yeah. But I'm
And
talking like saying that you are like a gamer and I play
maybe.
games. I'm gaming right now. Look at my gamer fuel, yeah, like that. That to me, like if you
You mean like drinking? You mean like drinking G Fuel and shit?
like, yeah, similar to that, or like getting memorabilia that you really are attached to. I think is not a bad idea.
Okay.
I think
yeah,
I think I'd be more timid than you to do that sort of thing. But I'm talking like more of just like making gaming like not really a part of your personality, more of your identity is kind of like a bit.
Yeah, it's
sort
maybe.
of,
Yeah,
So-
I mean, it's like if gaming is like the only thing you do, is like your only hobby, it's kind of cringe.
No,
Yeah.
no, don't go say that.
Yeah.
You're gonna get beef with a lot of people. So
I don't care, bro. Like, I'll be honest. Like, I think, like, gaming is good, and I'm an avid gamer myself. But I feel like if you don't take care of your your body and your mental health, it's very cringe.
Yeah.
so
It's
so
not.
then
It's
how
not
is
worth
it-
the trade-off. It's not worth the
So
trade-off.
then how is it that these companies are so successful using marketing of just gaming? You know,
Because
like it's so successful. They keep doing it.
what companies do you mean?
So Doritos, Mountain Dew, just big companies just do it. Even like a gaming chair. Why is a gaming chair right better than just a standard office chair? It's not.
I
But
mean,
people will buy gaming.
Well, I mean,
chairs.
have you sat in a Secret Labs chair? I'm not gonna lie. They're pretty,
I'm
pretty
sat in
nice.
an AK race. Yes, but even so, like, compare that to like an ergonomic chair designed to be designed for like long-term use by an office worker who pretty much sits in the same posture as a gamer. Then like, I don't know what the difference is, and yet they can
there's
charge so
probably
much.
you're right. There is probably obviously they're gonna market something that's gonna appeal to your gaming senses. But for me, I'll just play the advocate. So if I'm in a room full of hardcore, I'm a gamer, I'm gonna be like, guys, let's chill the hell out. But if I'm in a room full of people that play games all the time but don't want to acknowledge it, I'll be like, guys, let's go get that Doritos. That's got our logo on it. We gotta stand up for the boys, you know?
Gotta stand up for the dudes.
Like, yeah, I think there's a middle ground somewhere out there that
Yeah.
is a good middle ground.
Yeah.
But I do agree. Do I buy Doritos because they got gaming on it? No, but I do like Doritos and would probably buy them over the shop brand tacos or whatever. Just and if I see their adverts on stuff, I'm not gonna hate. I'll be like, yeah, I like Doritos. I'm gonna keep buying them.
So adverts work.
Sometimes, yeah, mate. Sometimes I'm an absolute sucker for an ad. I'll see an ad and I'll just immediately go buy it.
I mean, I don't know. Shut. I don't know how.
Sometimes it is as good as they say. I'm sorry. This is the.
I don't
this
know
is the
about
fact. Sometimes.
It's like I'm a big fucking cheapskate. I'll be honest.
I think there's. I wish I was a bit more frugal because sometimes at the end of the month, like I was saying to you guys before we started the podcast, I'm skint right now,
Mm.
praying for Friday.
Sell some of your skins. It
Well,
wouldn't
the
do
thing
it,
is,
would you? Huh?
I could only get Steam money. You can't convert that back into GDP.
Oh, you can just go on the external, just go on a third party and sell it there.
Yeah,
That's
it's
what,
not
that's what
wrong.
we did with CSGO.
Oh, fair. Nah,
Oh,
I'm alright.
dude.
I'm not in that much desperation, but you know, this loaf of bread better last. That's all I'm saying. I'm joking.
I don't know. It's like the one thing I'll spend money on is food. Like I don't cheap out on like what the kind of like chicken and shit I buy. But it's like if you catch me buying like Dota cosmetics, like I haven't bought Dota cosmetics in like ages.
So that's why you sent me a message asking for my Mars set. I
Yeah.
wonder.
Yeah, bro.
No, I was happy to give that away. I've got a 15% win rate on there. So
Yeah.
I think it
Like
just
20
comes
games.
down to like what's it called again? Disposable income. That's the word. Like
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
think it's
And
it's
also
way
it's just
easier for someone like Moyo to.
well, in some cases, but then I've got to choose to spend my money on that. Like,
True,
I
true.
could spend my money on probably better things.
True, but the option's there, right? Well,
Yeah.
Surfix doesn't really have the option, really.
I mean, I do, but I just smart enough to not waste my money.
I guess. In that
But
case.
then, right, Takeshi, so you're saying you don't like that whole gaming thing, right? Someone, let's say Liquid come along and want to sponsor you and want to give you all the stuff. You'd take it in a heartbeat. And you'd be like, this is freaking cool. Like, it's awesome. Like, it is cool. Like,
I would take
Wouldn't-
that.
Wouldn't everyone take it though?
I
Like,
think I would take it. Yeah. I mean, no, there's some people that probably wouldn't. I think if you took it because you didn't like Liquid, that's kind of ugh. I mean, bro, I'd take anything from any organization.
when I got backstage at Birmingham to play S4 and I won Alienware keyboard and mouse that I'm using now, and it's the best keyboard and mouse I've ever
You
had.
actually did that?
wait,
Yeah,
you
man.
won versus S4?
No, he didn't.
I
win.
didn't. I didn't win.
I was gonna say.
Just so I entered. It was a Twitter competition, and I said something to the effect of, this was back in 2018, and I said something to the effect of Admiral Bulldog's better than you, and then they chose my picture. I got a DM from a guy. They said come backstage, and just for going, I won a Alienware keyboard and mouse. The guy who came first got a monitor as well as those.
First? What do you mean first? Like the guy
so-
who beat him?
No, who did the best against him. He was barely out of second gear the whole time. And you got to choose the heroes. Like, it was fun. It was a fun event. I got to meet Slacks. I met Purge.
Yeah.
Slacks was kind of, you could see that he was running on fumes, so he was a bit short with everyone. But Purge was standing just waiting for him. I was like, oh, hey, that's my hero. Can I go meet him? And he was like, yeah, sure. We had like a little chat about.
It's crazy
lore and
how
stuff.
people become personalities for things, you know, like just representatives. Because, like, in a way, I mean, pros should be the representatives of the game, right? But they're really not. It's the casters, T-Gov, for example. They're like the real faces of the game, not the pros.
I don't think T-Governor is a face of Dota.
Well, I think he's getting into that
becoming
circle.
it. He's becoming
I actually thought that circle of people, like the Shiver, Slacks, Cap, all those guys, because of what had happened with the whole kind of Me Too movement in Dota, I thought it was becoming more of a closed circle in terms of they were just being a bit more cautious of who they invite on stuff.
Yeah.
Because I've when was the last time you saw a new face on one of these things?
I mean, you see them come and go, right? And they're usually like Rich, for example, Rich Campbell.
Yeah.
He was really good.
I really liked Rich. Yeah.
Rich is a mess. Rich is an actual mess.
What do you mean?
He's a genuine mess. He's a cool guy, fun as fuck, but he's a mess of a person. Like the way he, because he's done open things about how he works and stuff, and like he's just like a train. Like he's just a train. He just fucking goes, and he does so much crazy stuff. But
no. So I would think that I would hope that soon we'll see, because and also these big companies, they're not going to pick up some unknown talent over the established group.
Yeah, but what do you think it takes now to become a talent in quotations for Dota?
Connections,
exactly.
No, I think that's always how it's been. Listen to all these guys. They all got in via someone saying, "Hey, come along to this thing." That's how Rich got in. That's how Day9 got in. All these people just came along to someone who invited them.
I mean, I mean, that's how the world works, right? It's not what you know, it's who you know in most cases.
Yeah, and
True.
yeah, that
True.
it is unfortunately like that.
The rich get richer in some aspects, right? If you have one good contact, that could snowball, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think one of the good new additions, but the thing is, this guy's been around for ages. Is Jenkins? I think Jenkins is ace. I love having Jenkins on.
Jenkins is a bit of a degenerate, though. I mean,
Yeah, I know.
I like his content, but he's a massive
I like that.
degenerate.
I like that. I like
Because
that.
he's an
when
actual human being that
Yeah,
plays
'cause
the
he-
game.
I
Yeah,
don't
he's
know.
just a bit-
I
he's
don't
a
know.
bit
He
more
strikes
normal.
me. He strikes me as one of those gamers that won't fucking have a shower every day.
Well, he's an
No,
American gamer, you know.
No. Yeah, if you didn't watch him on Dota Alchemy talk about how much being the right mindset helps you get more MMR across Dota, that's pretty much their whole channel.
I did watch
talking-
Dota Alchemy for a little.
I watched every episode of that. Yeah, of Dota
It was
Alchemy.
good. It was
They were
really
fun.
good.
Yeah.
I enjoyed listening to them because I felt like they were just giving me like a different slant on the game.
How did their content blow up? Did they have like a partnership? Because it wasn't like Dota Alchemy isn't really like a org. It's more like just this thing that popped out of nowhere.
Yeah, it was just a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
I think they've stopped it now though, definitely.
Yeah, they have.
I mean, it kind of died right after Jenkins left.
Yeah, I mean he's got enough of a personality to carry something like that. But no, I just liked a bit of fresh air. I'm not saying any of these guys are bad. I even don't mind Tikov being on there because it's just someone new, and I like that.
I think
I
Tikov
don't
should be there. Just
I
from the get-go.
I kind of
Tikav's
wish
great.
I kind of feel a bit sorry for Shiva though because she's always panel hosting. There's never another panel host.
Doesn't she like that though?
want to? Yeah, isn't that
I
what
mean,
she
I guess she does, but I'm just like, nah. But personally, I think there should be a change. There should be more than one
I
panel.
mean, I used to like Red Eye, but apparently, like some accusations came out, right? And like,
Well,
he pulled
accusations
away.
came out, and he said, "I'm not going to dignify you this with a response, but I'm leaving. I'm never coming back because it's so false. I don't want to be here. How dare this is so false. I'm not coming back." No, that was him. He was gone.
Mm.
Like, I really liked him. He was
He was a class act, but behind the scenes, not the same guy. So there was something about him hitting people. I don't know. Anyway, I think you know something. I think I'd be a great panel host. That's something.
you probably would actually. To be
That
You
honest.
would
probably
be-
would, yeah.
Thank you for the hype. I was expecting a bit more backlash on that, but
No, I think you would.
I think out of all the Dota jobs I could do, I think panel host would be the one I would want to do the most.
I know. I don't think I'd want a Dota job, to be honest.
Why not?
Well, I mean, the only Dota job I'd really want would be a pro player, but I wouldn't want to be like an analyst or caster. Like,
How come?
I don't know. I mean, obviously I've casted RD2O games and other games like that. And it's just, I mean, it's cool and all, but it's just, I don't know, it takes way too much effort.
I do think casting is actually it's a harder game than it's tiring. I get really sleepy. But then maybe that's because I'm doing it to 2 viewers. If I was doing it to 100,000 people, I'd probably get a bit more hyped.
You'd probably get hyped, so then you have low energy. I think it's harder for like the play-by-play, but I mean, I like the guy who just comes in every now and then and just says something and then just shuts up. Like that's the part I like, because what they do is they're just looking at it and then they say like one key thing. Well, the guy that has to keep usually it's a two-way thing, but the guy that keeps talking to keep the viewer engaged usually ends up just saying random shit just to keep like. So imagine like it's the 20-minute mark and both teams are just farming because like one team missed their timing and the other one, I don't know, knows that they're ahead but doesn't need to pressure anything. Then both teams aren't really doing anything. So then what's the caster gonna say? Then they start saying some random shit about a shard that they saw, or something else. And that's I think that part's probably hard for like casters like you, Moyo. I think.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I definitely I haven't like tried to perfect the skill of casting. I think my favorite thing is doing something like this, a bit more long form, just having a discussion. Or I love doing the deep dives. I love just chatting about players and kind of grabbing insight off other people.
You know what'd be really cool is if you somehow, because like you somehow got popular enough that like ESL signed you up and they made you your own show where you get like a personality from Dota, whether it be like a pro or like a caster, and you just talk to them for like 20 minutes. Or it could even be like a executive, because you know how always the managers of like orgs or like the coaches of orgs just show up with the pros, right? And you
Yeah.
just see them like walking around in, like the documentaries. You just
Mm.
get one of them to come over to your show, and you got like like the talk show hosts, like the little desk. You're sitting
Yeah.
on one side, they're sitting on the other with the
Man,
microphone. And you just
That'd
talk
be
to
the
them.
dream. That'd be the
Hmm.
dream.
That I don't know why there isn't more content like that in like internet
Yeah.
media, like even like in Valorant or like Dota, CSGO. There's nothing really like that. It's just the odd bit here and there, and it's like there's no like how do I put it, like third party content that is on stream, because there is third party content. There's YouTube videos
Yeah.
and stuff like that, but there's nothing like in the moment. It maybe like the equivalent in Dota is like the weatherman, the Purge weatherman.
Well,
Yeah.
see, what I was thinking of is, that at TI they do the late show.
Yeah.
Like that is great. That's one of my favorite parts.
Why don't they
of
do that
TI.
for everything?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, but I think that's a like one-time thing that happens every year for TI, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
I
like they
guess.
could change the format, change
to make
like,
it
the
simpler.
name,
Yeah.
make it simpler, and then they could do it in like every major. They could just have like a little bit that isn't like awkward and pre-recorded, but like just like a live bit with like someone like Moyo who actually can make someone talk, rather than just
Yeah, I
having to
guess.
see a pro player like squirm around.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, a lot of pro players are really like introverted, right?
That's why I say you get like the managers and the coaches, the people who talk for like most of their job and
Yeah.
like are more willing to.
Like it's like there is quite a few players that are very extroverted, right? But they're like very few. There are also a large majority of players that are very introverted. Like I think the biggest one that comes to mind is Miracle, right? He's like this star player in the game, but every interview he looks so fucking awkward.
My thing with Dota interviews is I hate when they interview more than one person at a time. When they've got the whole team sitting there, what are they meant to do? Like they ask kind of like a sweeping question. Like they've not said, "Oh, you're to answer this question." If you're just one on one though, you can definitely dig more out of a person. I think with all of them there, it's just really awkward. It's like, who's going to answer? Oh, I guess I'll speak. Whereas, it's just a sweeping question rather than like an actual proper question about that player and that person. I find sometimes those are awkward. Which is why, for example, at TI, sometimes the best interviews are when the losers interviews. So when it's the one-on-one, like those are hard to watch, but that's probably when you get the best out of a player.
I mean, they're just very emotional, right? Because they just lost.
Yeah, but a lot of people. Yeah, I mean, doing those interviews is not a fun job. Sorry, who's the guy who does them? Machine, or whatever his name is.
Yeah,
that's a hard job. But yeah, no, I actually think there's a bigger world. I've always said this about RD2L. One of my favorite things about RD2L and all that kind of stuff is the fact that I think there's a bigger idea of content and stuff like that within Dota.
Yeah, I mean it's just a community, right? I mean, we're all here to play Dota. I mean, sure, some people don't act like decent human beings, but still.
And I think there's really cool stuff you can do with content that would be excellent, but I think we're just at the beginning of it.
Yeah, I mean, wasn't Casey hired as like some content creator or something for Valve, or am I getting that mixed up?
Yeah, her and Slacks were hired by Valve. I'm not sure they were super specified in their roles. I think
Valve makes everything so ambiguous and hard. So
difficult. I don't really like that company model.
I mean, isn't the company structure of Valve really dog shit?
It's based around it's like small teams doing what they want. I don't know. It's a lot of freedom, and I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's just in general inexperience and the lack of funding, or like just money in general. Like take NFL or any big sport, like just the amount of like shit that's added on. That's kind of high quality, or even like football, right? It's mainly just because of the money.
I mean, Valve definitely are lacking in funding, though.
True.
See, my biggest gripe with Valve is that they don't hire a damn advertising marketing team.
Yeah, I mean,
why am I not seeing Dota ads when I'm watching the football? Why am I not seeing Dota ads just in television?
I mean, do you see league ads though and shit like that though?
No, but that's what I'm saying. Get in there. Show how exciting this game is. Show how much money is on the line. Show the emotion, the passion that you get. Like, this game is amazing. Like it's not an average game. This Dota 2 thing. It's not Call of Duty. It's not hard to follow. It is hard to follow, but when you get it, watching it's a great spectator sport. It's not a bad spectator sport. It's a great spectator sport. I feel like if you advertise this game well, it would be one of the biggest games on earth.
I mean, yeah, but then you're also very biased, aren't you?
Yes, I guess so. But like objectively, I think objectively it has the potential.
I mean, objectively, it's a really fucking good game.
And like,
but I mean, the biggest problem of Dota, and it is always going to be the biggest problem, is how do you get new players to stay?
well, yeah, I guess that's the thing because it's this die mentality.
There are so many more. I won't say interesting, but I'll say there's so many more games nowadays that are really easy to get into. Like you can pick up and you can pick up them like super quickly. That's never going to be the case for Dota.
And those usually end up being more successful, or at least
I find
like
those are the games that are easier to drop.
I'm on about for example the rise of battle royales, right? Battle royales are sure you can change fundamentally like what they are, but they're always going to be a shooter game, right?
Yeah.
And it's like battle royales are very successful because they're very easy to get into because they always follow the same formula.
Mm-hmm. And battle royales, and I think for a user experience, they're a great one because you get to do what the pros are doing instantly. But with I feel it's a terrible spectator sport. I feel like watching.
PUBG does a good job of it.
I still find it clanky. It's not designed to
it's
like watch and analyze.
Seeing the arena like with all like the booths for all the players. All 60 players, they're all like separate booths in the arena. It's so stupid.
Like I think CSGO is like the peak of what you could do with a first person shooter in terms of
CSGO has a really big esports.
Yeah, because I feel like it's a game that you can analyze.
Valorant will have a big esports as well eventually.
Yeah.
But Dotas will never die.
But I think like a game like Overwatch. This
game is a big cancer, actually, unironically.
A game like Overwatch is a prime example of an easy to pick up game that just isn't an esport and just is easy to drop. It's easy to pick up, it's easy to drop. Dota's hard to pick up, but once you've got it, it's hard to drop.